Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Entertainment only. Okay, happy solstice, everybody. 6:50 this morning was the official time. Days will start getting longer, but no, I am not going to be dancing naked under the moon. So too bloody cold down this neck of the woods. And to all those that are trolling on the channel, absolute welcome. Sure, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, make a comment. All it does is feed the channel, so absolutely brilliant on you. If you are trolling, I will hide your comments, and so feel free to yell away into the ether. Nobody will see you. Okay, very quickly. Such this witchy woo solstice. Trump has come out claiming that he's going to potentially deliberately throw the Biden debate. This is just him preempting losing the debate, and then he can claim, see, I told you so, etc. Now, I did read the other day on Putin in North Korea, and it just felt incredibly dangerous for him. I should say the Putin body double. Still feeling some weird vibes down there. I always get reminded there is no calendar or clock in the universal energy, so my timing is absolutely atrocious, but things feel like they are gaining momentum. And I've been poker shuffling, and the bottom card on the deck is this one, talking about Putin. Now, I'm using my Trip and Wait tarot. What I want to have a look at is Louisiana Governor Jeff Loundry, sadly not up for re-election till 2027, I believe, because he's just been re-elected 4-year term. He has signed into law, if I'm looking this way, this is where my notes are, he's signed into law that all educational facilities, schools, etc., if they receive public funding, they must display the 10 Commandments in a prominent position in every classroom wall. Well, that's fine, sure. Put up the Quran commandments, the Voodoo commandments, the Satanism commandments. Go for it. But yet, no, I'm sure it'll only be the 10 commandments. He's there claiming it's one of his favourite bills that he signed in. I suspect that Louisiana probably has more education issues to worry about than 10 Commandments on the wall, considering they are ranked 40th out of the 50 states. However, the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, has threatened to sue because this bill violates the federal constitution, which states that those in power should make no law respecting an establishment of religion. So, ergo, no law regarding religion. Okay. Me roll my eyes in regards to that. How is this bill going to go? Now, remembering that SCOTUS had overturned a similar bill I can't remember what state it was, about a couple of decades ago, something along those lines. Hasn't been challenged since. Don't worry about the actual dates. I just know that the SCOTUS has pre um, um, uh, has a pre-ruling on this. Um, However, it is a different SCOTUS in this day and age. Yeah, it is really just an abuse of power, a win at any cost type scenario. So first of all, I want to have a quick look to see how the voters of Louisiana feel about this. I just really feel that they really couldn't care less because they have more important things to worry about. I'm getting that there's a small minority that are celebrating it and seeing it as a win, but the majority of voters are just like eye-rollingly, yeah, whatever type thing. Okay, I see some teachers putting it on the wall, but pinning posters over the top of it. Not completely concealing it, just sort of half concealing, etc. So perhaps children's artwork going over the top of it. All teachers, but I see a good number of teachers. Wouldn't it be nice if the money spent on this would be actual given to the teachers for resources? But anyhow, How are the voters feeling about this? How are the voters feeling about this? Come on down. I'll hop off my 5-minute rant soapbox there. Yeah, first card out, Nine of Swords, anxiety, depression. It's just really very much really, this is the most important thing on his agenda. I mean, he did say it was one of his favourite ever bills. Is this really what is most important for him? It's really uh, face in hands energy, given all that the populace of Louisiana are dealing with at the moment. The fact that this is his favourite is, oh gosh, look what's on the bottom again. Don't know that it's going to go down particularly well for him. It's almost like an anguish about really this is what they're investing their time doing. However, he's not up for election for a while yet. Challenging is um, the lack of funding. So how do the voters feel? Uh, the lack of funding for education, the lack of funding for schooling. They personally themselves are trying to budget their way out of this despairing level, cost of living, cost of housing, you name it. They've got bigger concerns. Okay, foundation of this reading, yeah, they've got bigger concerns. It's about lack of finances, the general populace of Louisiana. Okay, in the past, wounded, back up against the wall. They're feeling hemmed in and entrapped by these this messaging that isn't being seen, isn't being acted upon. I'm talking about housing, healthcare, education, food security, etc. Yeah, the people, they've got so much more that, and they're feeling that the government is not listening to them, that those in government are sitting in their warm nest, their warm moneyed situation, and the people themselves are feeling like they're not being listened to, that they've been shunned, that they've been, I mean, you've got electricity prices at the moment, just, oh, goodness me. Okay, however, the wheel is turning. Times are a-changing. And I think what's going to happen is the people of Louisiana will look at those in states around them and start to realise that they ain't got it as good as their governor likes to declare that they have. Yeah, times are changing. There is a shift coming, and it starts with the federal election. Externally, tower moment. This is about a well, I'm going to say a government, a state government that has been built on unstable grounds, and it needs to be torn down and rebuilt in a stronger manner. This is about letting go of what does not really serve you at a core fundamental level, and starting again. Because internally we've got the government here. Look at these major arcana for the outcome. I think Louisiana's going to flip. Hopes and fears, contracts, agreements. Okay, I'm going to read this card differently with the Lovers card, because what I'm really getting here when I look at the card, I'm getting quite a clear message of the voters feeling like they are being ruled, not represented, is what I'm getting. Hopes and fears, being ruled, not represented. The outcome, we've got this King of Pentacles energy, authority figures who are all about the money, doling out a pittance, but Jeff Loundry, those in governance are going to be seen and heard and being found to be disappointed. It's almost like he made all these wild promises, as they tend to do, of how brilliant it was going to be. And now that he's riding into town, there is a realization that those promises are not being fulfilled. He is a shapeshifter, and it's going to bring about a cleansing. Sadly, not straight up for Jeff Loundry, but this is about a significant ending and a new start. On the base, we've got downfall of lawmakers as the full illumination of the lies and betrayal and deceit. Okay, so Jeff Loundry himself is safe for a while, but how's it going over for the voters? There will be his core that will celebrate. There's a huge element that are just really, this is the best that they can do. There's a fear of being ruled rather than represented. They're starting to have a realization of this. So show me, will the 10 Commandments bill, how will that go? How will that go? I might have a look at Louisiana in the federal election. I haven't looked to see who's running, and I won't. I'll just do Dem Republican, but let's have a look. The actual 10 Commandment bill itself. Okay, what have we got? Eight of Pentacles, the apprentice, skilled work going on behind the scenes. Let's see how it goes. There'll be a money trail here too, and it leads to an abuse of power, betrayal, a deceit that people are going to be walking away from. So who is funding? Is the taxpayer funding this, or is there other money behind the scenes? Here we have the Emperor, my way or the highway, control in the past, sort of truth cutting through. Okay, I didn't look terribly deeply into Jeff Loundry. Is he under some sort of investigation at all? Because we've got this sort of truth, sword of, it's a new beginning in regards to brutal clarity and honesty and wisdom, etc. But this is the energy that the bill is stewing in. It's about control, dictatorship control. Okay, so here's Bill Lowry and his cronies going, rah, 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 look at us, aren't we wonderful? But the figures in the background are walking away. So he's going to find himself entrapped by this. Do not underestimate women. There is an emotional maturity here that hasn't yet been released. I wonder if this is going to be the election. Now, I know he's not up for election, but let's see where this goes. How is the bill going to go? Disappointment in what's on offer. It's like, really, is this the best you can do externally with this power and control? Internally, a lot of negative headlines are going to come forward very quickly in regards to this hopes and fears downfall in the face of truth and honesty. The outcome, we've got the legislators here, could be a judge. They're going to be considering this ruling. I don't think it's going to stand. It's a juggle. Which ship do you bring in? It's just going to be too contentious. I'm really feeling the SCOTUS might push this back if it goes higher. And then we've got a declaration being made with that Page of Wands. We've got naivety from the past, or a gift from the past moving forward, and a harsh truth. Okay, looking at these, I'm really feeling like the SCOTUS didn't appear, but we've got that it's going to be defeated here. There's going to be a really eye roll, negative headlines, may even not make it past the state Supreme Court. I'll have a look at that to see whether it is, because it wouldn't go, the ACLU wouldn't take it to the Supreme Court unless their challenge fell at the state court, because guaranteed if it gets ruled on locally, then the Louisiana governor will take it higher. Is this just a couple of cards? There's going to be a real backlash against it when the light shone on this bill when it's investigated. In Australia, our government, our previous government, in New South Wales, in our state, brought in that there had to be religious lessons, one lesson a week in all public primary schools. However, there was the option to opt out and do what we call civil liberties lessons, which are about just being a damn good citizen. And what has happened is that the new state government has basically canned the religious studies because everybody was opting out. They might have had one person per week out of schools of hundreds going to the religious lessons. Okay, so they've decided to can them. Okay, so let's have a look. Will the court case about these 10 commandments, how will it be ruled on at the state Supreme Court level? How will it be ruled on? Will it make it out of the state? Will it make it out of the state in the ruling? The boys know what I'm talking about. Let's have a look. Circles of support, infighting, 2 3s, dark money, big stick. Let's see what's coming up. Right, I'm looking at the spilt wine here. This is very much about Jeff Loundry and his cohorts celebrating this bill going through, but the wine is all spilling. It's a partisanship bill. There's this. It's going to be taken to the courts. They're going to argue back and forth. I get the feeling there's going to be a big ruling on this in regards to, first of all, who's funding it, but basically being dictated to in a religious manner, which goes against the Constitution. So I do feel that it will go to the courts, but I don't feel that the ruling will go Laundry's way. Okay, let's have a look. I want to have a look at just very quickly. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go Laundry's way. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, sure, if you want to put them up at home and teach them at home, go for it. But unless you're prepared to put up every religion, then no. Absolute. That's my personal opinion. No. Okay, so show me how's Louisiana going to, now I have the cards in mind that I want to allocate. Which way is Louisiana going to swing in the federal election? I know it's a big state. I know there's a lot of districts. I just want the overall feels of Louisiana in the upcoming federal election. The overall feels of Louisiana. Yeah. Given that this is the best that the GOP state government can do, and I know, as is often said in Australia, state governments are separate from federal governments and they have different oversight, but one does affect the other. Okay, come on down. This fell out. Let's see what it is. Be careful what you wish for. Can be the smug merchant, but I just really legislators, be careful what you wish for, loss, disappointment, heartbreak. I'm just getting the current legislators smug and think they're sitting pretty, but they might be up for a bit of a heartbreak in the past. The energies behind the scenes. People are really struggling. They're struggling and saying, "What are you doing for me?" And they're feeling betrayed and let down, and they see this betrayal. They see it as a betrayal because, well, how much is this sort of thing going to cost me as a taxpayer? Yet I can't get my rotten teeth looked at by anybody. I don't think the current are going to enjoy. Okay, so we've got again similar energy, feeling like they've been betrayed and lied to and had their things stolen from them. Do not underestimate the woman's voice that has not yet been unleashed. Now, women, even though it should be equal, women are the primary caregivers, they're the primary homemakers. This cost of living, this desperately trying to budget, I cannot buy uh, cough medicine for my 2-year-old that's hacking their lungs out sort of thing. Yeah, the healthcare, the women's healthcare, it's not yet been unleashed. Do not underestimate. Right, the karma hanging over with the Louisiana. Those that have been feathering their nests are not listening to the people. Okay. And then we have the Star of Hope and Healing, all that is best about democracy. So this is the karma hanging over. This is about the best of democracy. This can also mean women who handle the household budget, but I'm really feeling it's more about those that have profiteered in government and not listening to the people. And this is about the best of democracy coming through. The outcome, the moon card, the lunacy, secrets being brought to the surface and exposed about gift giving that happened in the past, something from the past. And here again, we've got another queen, the family budget, the protection, etc., and walking away. So the women watching the practicality of health and money are going to walk away from the smug current elected officials. Ooh, do not be surprised. I mean, that's just energies of today. See how it plays out. Just do not underestimate the power of women and the power of youth. Okay, going to leave it there. Love to you all. Take care.